morning, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to try to get the brakes fixed on the Maverick. I'm going to try to fix the shift linkage, try to get that working, just try to get everything up under the car taken care of so I can actually put the wheels and tires on and set it down on the ground so I can see how the stance is going to be. I'm also going to clean up the shop some since it's real dirty because I got a lot of stuff done. A lot of stuff on the ground that needs to be cleaned up from what I was doing to the car to get it to where it is now. And I want to get all that taken care of so when I put the car down on the ground, we can actually see the stance and we don't have the whole bunch of stuff all around it that's getting in the way. So let's get started with the brakes. I got to bleed the brake master cylinder. So I'm going to go down to the Mountaineer to see if I can cut some old brake lines off to, just to assist with bleeding this master cylinder. Okay, so I took the master cylinder out. The one that they gave me is the wrong one. The actual lines are on the wrong side. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that one back. And I guess when we pick back up on this video, I'll have it by then and we can get it in there. This one is completely froze up. It doesn't move, and as you see on the inside, it's absolutely terrible. That rod doesn't even move back and forth. So let me here's the cap for it, and that's where it came from. So hopefully we can go ahead and get the new one in. I came up into the shop a little early just to get it off and to check just to make sure everything fits, or if the old one or if the new one I bought would fit or not. Good thing I decided to come earlier because I don't want to be stuck and not be able to do this when I get the time. So alrighty. Alright, so I got my master cylinder inside of the vise here. I cut the lines off of the Mountaineer, so hopefully they're fit in here. If not, I'm gonna have to try to get some adapters to get this to fit in there so I can rig this up in there so I can bleed it. So I'll come back to it once I figure out how I'm gonna do this. Alright, so the fittings on the Mountaineer master cylinder won't fit. It appears that these have bigger fittings and a different thread than the ones on the actual car. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just put the master cylinder on and bleed it while it's on the car. But before I do that, I'm going to blow out these lines. So, alright, so I'm up under the car now. I was able to blow air through the front brake line, but the rear is not coming out. So I'm just trying to trace it from the back, trying to trace it back up to the front to see where my problem could be. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything wrong with the line itself. It looks good coming from the front, but it's a little brittle and rough back here. So I might just run a new line. I'm gonna see if I can get a line from the auto parts store and run that. I think that's gonna be my best option. I can keep the front line though. Alright, so basically the tractor is running in the background, so hopefully you can hear me clearly. But basically what happened was my air compressor was low on air and it wasn't allowed the air to go out through the back. So I cut the line thinking that the line was clogged, and now I'm able to blow air through both of them after, you know, putting the correct pressure amount of air in the air compressor. So what I'm gonna have to do now is cut the tips off of these hoses and put some ends on them and connect them back. So I hate that I cut the line, but I really thought that it was clogged up. So just a minor setback, but I'll get it going right. Alright, so I cut a section of the brake line out. Got this piece on because I'm going to flare the end. And I cut this piece off. So I got a piece that I'm going to put in between it. I just took off the OG coat. And so what I'm about to do now is flare this end. I got the fitting back there already. I'm gonna flare it, and then I'm gonna have to come to this end, do the same thing, flare it, put two females ends on it because my extension has two male ends. So I'll come back and show you what I did after I finish it. All right, so I flared one end, but I broke the nut on my tool doing it. So the other side is going to be probably a little bit more complicated with that broken tool, but nevertheless, I got to go ahead and try it. All right, so I just finished plumbing in the back brakes. See, I got that in there. The hard line is clamped down. It's going over to there, coming back over to there. Only thing I don't like is I don't have anything to mount this to. I don't need to mount it because it has that mount right there. But what I'll probably do is just cut that off so it won't just look so obvious that it's not mounted to anything. So, but other than that, let me show you a little bit closer of what I did right here. So I just put the extension right there. And I got to go up there and connect the other one. You can see it hanging down right there. So once I connect that, then that'll be all the lines ran, and then I can work with the master cylinder. All right, so I've got my brake line connected right there. And what I'm working on now is the shifter cable. Trying to figure out how to do the shifter cable so I can get the shifter working. So once I figure that out, then I'm gonna flip the idle air control valve around to see if it can stop some of the high idle issues that I'm having. But the shifter cable is more of an issue right now. Just like I said, what I'm trying to do is get everything up under the car so that I can get it off of the jack stands and well, put the wheels on it and get it off the jack stand, just see how the stance of the car is. So shifter cable is what I'm messing with now. So once I get that, then I can take it off the jack stands. All right, so I got the shifter cable mounted. You can see it right here going up. I got a bracket right there for it, and I got a bracket right there for it to keep it from moving back and forth. So that should hold that. I also have got the master cylinder back in. Got it bolted down, got the lines on. So I wasn't able to bench bleed it, but what I might do is just take my time and see if I can pump the fluid through it and bleed it before I connect it to the calipers. So I think that's what I'm gonna do now. All right, so I'm starting to bleed the master cylinder, and you see I got some dirty looking fluid in there. So I'm gonna keep flushing the lines out. That's the driver's side front, and here's the passenger side front. So some dirty looking fluid in there. So I'm just gonna flush them out more and more until the fluid starts to look a lot better. So and then I'll go and do the back. All right, so fluid looks a lot better. Still a little rusty color to this side, but all in all, it still looks a lot better. I'll flush it a little bit more. And over on this side, you see it's clear on this side also. All right, so let me flush it a little bit more, and I'll continue on. All right, so bleeding the brakes, and I got leaks from a couple of different places, but I can't tell exactly where it's coming from because I'm pumping the brakes and I'm over here by myself. So I think what I'm gonna do is bleeding the brakes is something that I can always work on a little bit later. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video and come back to it when I can get someone else to come over and help me out with the brakes. Okay, so I decided that I can bleed the brakes. I can gravity bleed them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't need anybody for that. I can do that by myself. So I'm gonna tighten up the lines where I saw the leak coming from. And I'm gonna go ahead and force some fluid through the back with a saran. And then I'm gonna just let it gravity bleed out the ports. Okay, so I got fluid running back to the back now, and I cracked open this bleed port. The passenger side rear is furthest away from the master cylinder, so that's the one that you want to bleed first. And in this case, this is the one I got cracked open so that I can gravity feed it. So right now nothing's coming out of it yet, but it is loose, and it says just wait like a couple of hours. So I have some errands to run anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait this out, and guess I'll go ahead and put the wheels on and we can see how that look. The wheels are on the Maverick. This is the front, and I'm going to show you the back. And that's how it looks from the rear. So let's go and let me show you how it looks from the side. Not the dude. I know y'all ain't think I was gonna actually show you how the Maverick looks without it being on the ground. So I'm not gonna do it because it's not gonna look right with the top of the wheel to the fender well gap, because it's still jacked up, and I'm not done with everything in order to put it down on the ground yet. So I guess you have to come back next week for the video to see how it actually looks when it's down. But in this video, you saw I got the brake lines made and I started bleeding the brakes. So thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. Click that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.